Hey Libra, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so we take what works and we leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. And if I don't catch your reading on this one, check your other major placements for other information. I actually find that pretty useful. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can email me at empressrose1111@gmail.com and we can set that up for you. All right, we're going to start with the, as you can tell, I'm in a very different spot than usual. Summertime travels here going on. So we're going to look to this Oracle Mystical Moments deck for an intuitive vibe of where we're going. Huh. All right. Well. We have the Art of Seduction right here. This is an insincere, mismatched pairing here. So we have one individual in this pairing who's very sincere and would like to really move things forward, or would like to have a heart-to-heart meeting of the minds relationship. So this can be work, this can be romantic relationships, clearly, or this can be like other kinds of relationships. And of course, genders can be any gender works in any role here. So we're just referencing roles. So, and then we have someone in this, or something in this situation, an entity in this situation who is just here for play, just here for fun, not here just goofing around, just wants to have a good time. And we have someone else who's very sincere and would prefer a heart-to-heart, eye-to-eye meeting of the minds, soulful connection. And then someone here is just messing around. So someone, you know, in a work situation, this might look like somebody, you know, wanting a raise and putting in all their best efforts, or a promotion, and their boss is never going to give that to them. They don't really care all that much. And so they're happily accept your extra work and extra hours, you know. And then I think we know, you know, what this looks like in a relationship, where one person really wants something deep and connected, and the other person would like something more playful. So I'm trying to convince somebody else to join you on a journey that they're not ready or able to do right now. So we also have Sleeping Beauty's dream. So this is about a vision or a dream, or some place where you're protected. It might not be the clearest thinking. This dream might not have like the most organized, making sense dream you've ever had in your entire life. But you're really holding on to this dream and this vision and this idea that you have for reality. This could be like thinking about the home. If you're this really sincere person, maybe you're thinking about the home that you're going to have and build together and how that's all going to work. So there's definitely like Sleeping Beauty's dream. You're dreaming, and I think you're dreaming about romance, and you're dreaming about something beautiful, a beautiful romance, a beautiful home, a beautiful connection. You're not really talking about it, you're not sharing about it, but it's close to your heart. You're almost committed to it already, like this vision that you have, which I think, you know, these visions and these expectations that we have can really trip us up, but they can also be really beautiful and help guide us towards understanding what we really value, understanding what we really want. In relationships, do we want mutuality? Or, you know, we can want this sincerity so much that we forget the fact that we actually want it reciprocated by someone who's ready for this, you know, and wants to go there. So you're dreaming about, you know, Sleeping Beauty is awakened with a pre-coronavirus kiss by a stranger. You know, you're dreaming about that, the awakening sort of from this dream into a really beautiful reality that sort of reflects what you've been dreaming. And then we have Weaving Flowers here. So this is intuiting something, these little hits of intuition. These could be synchronicities, which are, you know, these little petals of flowers, of bouquets, the universe winking at you a little bit, and all these little winks are coming down, and you're weaving something in reality. So here we have you dreaming, and then here we have you weaving bits and pieces of that dream into a reality. But here's the question, who are you in this, and is this actually what you want? Because, but here you are, you're taking this dream and this vision, and you're taking the bits and pieces of it and weaving it together into reality. So But it looks like, you know, whatever's coming into reality, are you aware that that might not be the full thing that you want? Are you aware of how that, the sincerity of the other person in this dream and this vision? Because this is warning you that somebody else in this thing isn't sincere and isn't taking it seriously the way you would. All right, Libra. This is your past, this is your present, this is your inner landscape, this is what blocks you or the issue, what's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. Huh, yes, okay. So in your recent past, we have this 10 of Wands card here. We have a burden that wasn't really yours to carry. It was extremely heavy. So the 10 is the end of the cycle, the culmination of the cycle. These burdens are sort of other people's issues, other people's problems, maybe even, you know, other people's dreams that you were carrying, and they were heavy to you. And it was a burden. So in a you've recently put down a burden that you probably didn't even choose to carry, didn't want to carry. I mean, maybe lots of people were asking you to carry it, and you maybe said yes. You would carry their dream. It wasn't your dream, though. It wasn't your ideas. It wasn't your burden to carry. So this actually is reminding me of like somebody maybe imposing a dream on you, imposing their dream on you. Maybe you're this one that didn't want this, and here someone's been convincing you to carry their wands for them, but that's not what you wanted. In your current situation, you have this 3 of Pentacles, which I find funny because you got this card last week. This building, this finding your team, putting together your team and building something, planning something, growing a project. This has to do with money, with jobs, with school, with reality, something physical. And you're putting together a team for that, to deal with that and to help accomplish something. You're going to build this huge temple here. You're going to have like a couple of different team members, and they all need to be doing their part, playing their role. So you may need to be asking for help and asking people, you know, for their expertise, which of course is uncomfortable for many of us because it creates a vulnerability, or at least a perception of need that can occasionally be used by people to get more out of us than we wanted to give because we're coming from a place of need. So try not to come into this 3 of Pentacles, or this building a team, from a place of dire need where you're willing to accept things that maybe aren't the healthiest for you in order to get that need met. So as you're building your team, make sure you're coming in feeling strong, feeling confident in yourself, and asking for the help that you need, but not taking it, just make sure that you're not coming across as needy and vulnerable, I want to say. Is that my issue personally, or is that part of the cards? Sometimes it's hard to tell. I try to keep them separate, but so yeah, just if you're building a team, make sure you're not, you know, I don't know, just build a good team. So that's what you're focusing on. You're focusing on building your team to create something and build something. So what you're worried about is conflict. I sometimes should read ahead a little bit, but yes, you're worried about conflict. You're worried about creating conflict. You're worried about the energy you would have to, maybe as you build this team to do build this new life for yourself, you're worried about what if one of your team members challenges your ideas and your opinions, or what if you have to disagree with a team member. So this might be preventing you from wanting to build a team, is this idea of conflict, or preventing you from addressing maybe some imbalanced relationships. But where you're worried about conflict, and you're worried about the energy it's going to take to defend yourself and to stand up for your dreams and to stand up for yourself. And that could be part of this this 3 of Pentacles, and how you're going about building that team. There might be some worries and some concerns about what's going to happen when conflict comes up. What's at issue is this 9 of Wands. This is this wounded warrior, but it's an issue. So you may be just not wanting to fight, and not, you know, here we have the 7 of Wands, standing up for what you believe in. You're worried about doing that, and you may be trying to avoid doing that, standing up for what you believe in. You may be trying, because this card is like just more of the Seven of Wands because it's the Nine of Wands, but you don't want to be the wounded warrior. You don't want, I think you don't want to keep fighting. I think you're like, fuck this army, fuck this thing. I'm tired. I don't want to fight for this anymore. And I would just like to go home now. I think I'm going to defect and just walk away from all of this, because rather than continue engaging in things and continuing trying things, maybe continuing to ask people for help if they're just going to take advantage of me and that kind of thing. So you're kind of like, maybe I don't want to make a team right now because I feel tired, I feel vulnerable, I don't want to fight a bunch of people, I don't want to work with a team right now. So you have a lot of wands already. You have this 10 of Wands about carrying other people's burdens. Maybe this has been a problem for you with teamwork before. You've done all the work. And then you don't want to have conflict because if there's other team members, well, then you're going to have to discuss things. And then maybe you're opting not to build a team and just like, well, I will avoid conflict by not asking for help. And I will avoid this possible more wounding by just not engaging with this at all. This is really funny because this is a total continuation of your reading last week where you were told to build your team and to plan to start the planning stages for something. And it looks like you're so worried about conflict and having to deal with other people and other people's opinions that you're still like dragging your feet here. Hey, I'm a Libra. Okay. So I'm dragging myself here. This is pretty, yeah. So then in your environment here, though, you have the World card. So the world around you is changing. There's just a lot of change. The seasons are changing. The seasons of your life are changing. The seasons of the world around you are changing. There's just a lot of change. So I'm wondering if, maybe it's not going to be like it was before. Maybe you're wounded and you want to quit and you don't want to do what the tarot's asking you to do. But this is saying the world's changed around you. Things are changing around you. So it's not going to be the same way. We've got a new set of variables here. We've got everything's changed. The world is changing. There's been a cycle shift. So what's happened in the past may not it might not be the same in the future because everything's changed. We've got a whole new equation we're working with now. So the Hanged Man, getting yourself ready to move on, to move forward. So our Hanged Man is our fruit card, our human fruit card, where we're ripening on the vine, and this is like ripen. And then this one, we actually have him actively untying himself from his position. So the position appears to stay the same, but when you're untying a knot, it's not like everyone's like, oh, it doesn't look like you're running a marathon. It looks like you're just sitting there kind of fiddling with something, right? But you're actually untying a knot. It only looks like you're just sitting there, but you're actually untying a knot. So maybe we're not being called to take like drastic action right now. We're just being called to like unravel maybe our thinking about something, look at it more closely, examine something more closely, examine how we think, examine what our hang up is here. What's the hang up? What's holding us back? And we're just supposed to be playing with the knot right now and exploring what that blockage is and what that issue is that keeps us here in suspended animation, dreaming but not moving forward. Maybe we've got to do this, untying this knot, exploring our hang-ups and untying ourselves in order to start doing this, because we have a couple things ready to happen in reality, but we haven't taken the action yet. This is ready. We're ready to be weaving this, but we gotta like figure out what our hang up is and do some inner work here and unravel some of our issues around this. Okay. And then our possible outcome here is Six of Wands. This is the parade. This is everybody being happy for you. You succeeding at something and having your community feel proud and excited for you as you succeed and as you move forward. So So this sounds like a pretty cool place to get to work on knotting this knot, fiddling with it. It may not look like a lot's changing, but to unravel whatever your hang up is gonna move the situation towards success. And so that's what we ultimately want, right? Our version, our definition of success. Make sure that that's your definition of success, because if it's someone else's definition of success, then you are easily manipulatable and controllable. So because we all want to be, you know, a successful member of our species. You know, we're humans right now, and we want to be successful humans. That's sort of every species wants to be. You know, every member of the species is striving to be that's most successful member of that species. Humans get to define what that means to us personally. And when we have other people defining that, like money, status, those kinds of things, when we have outside sources defining that success for us, it makes us very beholden to them and exploitable for those forces. So make sure that we're, as far as I know, the only species that gets to define success for ourselves. So make sure you're thinking about, like, what is a successful human? What does that look like? And then, you know, deal with whatever hangups you have from reaching for that success that you would like to accomplish. So, all right, Libra, I hope that this was helpful for you. I do like your likes, comments, and subscribes. So even though I'm a little slow on the draw sometimes with responding to comments, it's not that I don't like them. It's that I'm just a little slow in responding. But I really do appreciate them. I love interacting with you guys there, and it helps raise the visibility of the channel. So it brings other people into the channel. And if they find these messages helpful, then you were like a philanthropist for them, helping them find helpful messages too that can bring them forward and help move them forward in their lives. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week and can figure this out.